Hello, and welcome to English Podcast with Missy. Here we learn English for real life. Clear, slow, and simple. Let's learn English together. Are you ready? Let's begin. Hello, dear friends. It's Missy here. And welcome back to our cozy English story corner. Today, I want to share a story that is both warm and a little emotional. It's about my favorite pet. Animals are such wonderful companions. They don't just live with us. They become part of our family, part of our story. As I tell you about my pet, I'll be using two important tenses, past simple and present perfect. We'll hear how they work differently. One for clear past events, the other for life experiences that still matter today. So, make yourself a cup of tea. Maybe sit by a window and let's step into this memory together. When I was 7 years old, my parents brought home a tiny puppy. We named her Daisy. She was so small she could fit in my arms like a baby. Her fur was soft and fluffy, and her eyes looked like little pieces of dark chocolate. From the very first day, Daisy followed me everywhere. If I walked into the kitchen, she came after me. If I went to my room, she sat by the door. I remember feeling so loved, as if this little dog had chosen me to be her best friend. That night, I couldn't sleep because Daisy cried softly. She was missing her mother. I held her in my arms, whispered to her, and she finally fell asleep. That was the first moment I understood what it meant to care for another life. Every afternoon after school, Daisy waited for me at the gate. As soon as she saw me, she ran and jumped around with excitement. I often dropped my bag and played with her before even going inside. Sometimes we played fetch in the garden. I threw a ball and Daisy always chased it. Other times, we simply lay down on the grass together. She liked to put her head on my arm and close her eyes. At night, she often climbed onto my bed. My parents weren't too happy about that, but Daisy and I had a secret rule. When they turned off the lights, she sneaked under my blanket and fell asleep at my feet. And oh, her little snores. They were so tiny, but to me they were the most comforting sound in the world. One of my funniest memories was the day Daisy stole my sandwich. I had left it on the kitchen table, and when I came back, it was gone. I found Daisy under the chair with her mouth full and crumbs all over her nose. My mother wanted to scold her, but we couldn't stop laughing. Another time, Daisy chased a butterfly across the yard. She knocked over a bucket of water, and I got completely wet. Instead of being upset, I laughed until my stomach hurt. Daisy had a way of making every mistake feel like an adventure. There was also a morning when Daisy followed me to school. I had walked halfway down the street when I heard little footsteps behind me. She wagged her tail proudly as if she wanted to be my classmate. I had to run back home with her before I was late. As the years passed, Daisy grew older. Her fur turned a little lighter around the nose and her steps became slower. She didn't chase butterflies anymore, but she still wagged her tail every time she saw me. She slept longer during the afternoons, often lying in a patch of sunlight near the window. Sometimes I sat beside her with a book, and she rested her head on my foot as if to remind me, I'm still here. But even though she was weaker, Daisy never stopped being my friend. She still waited for me, even if she couldn't run to the gate as quickly as before. When I was 15, Daisy passed away peacefully. I remember sitting beside her, holding her paw, whispering, "Thank you." It was one of the saddest days of my life. That night, I cried until I fell asleep. But even through the tears, I felt grateful. Grateful that I had grown up with her, that she had been part of my childhood, and that she had loved me with all her little heart. Daisy taught me so much. She showed me what loyalty means. She taught me how to love and care for another living being. And she gave me years of joy that I will always carry with me. Since Daisy, I have had other pets. I have taken care of birds, fish, and even a small rabbit. I have cleaned cages, fed animals, and learned responsibility. One of my birds sang every morning and woke me up with cheerful songs. My rabbit liked to chew on books, which wasn't so cheerful. But even with all those experiences, no pet has made me feel the same way Daisy did. She will always remain my favorite. Let's pause for a moment and look at the grammar we used today. We used past simple and present perfect. For past simple, we use past simple to talk about finished actions in the past, often with a clear time. Here is the form. Subject plus past verb, V2, plus object. Examples from my story. Daisy ran to the gate. Daisy stole my sandwich. Daisy passed away when I was 15. All of these happened at a specific time in the past. That's why we use past simple. For present perfect, we use present perfect to talk about life experiences, changes, or results connected to now. The exact time is not important. Here is the form. Subject plus have, has plus past participle, V3, plus object. Examples from my story. I have had other pets. I have taken care of birds and fish. I have learned responsibility. Here, I don't tell you exactly when. The focus is on the experience in my life. Quick rule: if you say when something happened, use past simple. If the time is not important and it's about experience or result, use present perfect. As I tell you about Daisy, I'd like you to imagine some things with me. When Daisy stole my sandwich, can you picture her little nose covered in crumbs? How would you react if your pet did the same? When she rested her head on my arm in the garden, can you feel the warmth and calm of that moment? Think about a time when a pet, or even a friend, made you laugh in an unexpected way. How did it feel? These little reflections help you connect your own life experiences to the story. And when you think about them, notice the tense you would naturally use. Past simple for clear events. Present perfect for life experiences that still matter today. And that is my story about Daisy, my favorite pet. Even though she is no longer here, she still lives in my heart. I believe pets leave a mark on us. They may not live as long as we do, but the love they give, it stays forever. Do you have a favorite pet? Maybe you had one in the past, like I did with Daisy. Or maybe you have had one recently. A dog, a cat, or even a bird. I invite you to reflect. What has your pet taught you? Think about your answer and notice if you naturally use past simple for clear events or present perfect for experiences that still matter today. Thank you, my friends, for sharing this memory with me today. I hope you felt the difference between past simple and present perfect in a natural way. Until we meet again, take care of yourself. See you.